I'm here on the east side of El Paso. We just had a chance to spend some time in a shelter that's run by an extraordinary organization called Annunciation that helps those migrants and asylum seekers who are here in the United States, are trying to follow our laws as they request and seek asylum, but are also trying to take care of their families without having much, if any, resources. Just had lunch with a young mother, a single mother, and her son and her daughter. They were fleeing some pretty bad conditions where they're from, and made it here to the United States, spent 4 or 5 days in a Border Patrol cell, and now are here at the shelter where they're receiving food and clothing, the ability to bathe, which they weren't able to do in the Border Patrol station, and also just a lot of kindness and love and encouragement from people, which is incredibly helpful to their well-being. So this is some of the great work that I think we need to be mindful of as we look at a lot of the cruelty and inhumanity that this administration is bringing to our part of the world. The MPP, the Migrant Protection Protocols, which really just mean that immigrants and asylum seekers are forced to stay in Mexico, which is not a safe country for them, or the metering policy whereby asylum seekers are not even allowed to set foot in the United States and instead are given a number to wait again without having resources and in what can be a very dangerous city for them. And then, as we saw yesterday, a new policy announced by this president whereby if those asylum seekers have not first claimed asylum in Guatemala or Mexico, they're automatically denied asylum here in the United States, a policy which we hope will be enjoined or overturned or completely done away with. But that's what they're up against right now. In the face of all that, you have Annunciation House and extraordinary volunteers. The Salvation Army, which is preparing meals. They told me this weekend, on one day alone, they prepared 500 meals for migrants and asylum seekers who are coming through here. So we're just grateful for everyone who's doing this wonderful work. We want to remind you that you can go to annunciationhouse.org to learn more about their mission or to support their mission if you want to do that. Stephanie, what was the other umbrella organization? Migrant Families Relief Fund, which connects it to Annunciation House, the Diocesan Migrant Refugee Service, and other great groups who are helping these migrants and asylum seekers. I know there are a lot of people in a lot of parts of the country not on the border who cannot be here in person to volunteer. Those are some great ways that you can find out additional ways to help out from where you are right now. Thanks, everybody.